first when somebody's passing your guard, you receive them under your terms, right? Like what can happen is somebody passes your guard, you panic, all of a sudden they have side control on you on their terms. You don't want that. So you're going to get your guard passed. That's not the question. The question is how you're going to receive the person when they pass. And so the first drill I want to do is I want to have Chris come out here, and you're going to be over there, and I'm going to be here. We're on our knees. You're on your knees. We're kind of like an open guard thing here, just like this, whatever. I'm here. He's just going to pass my guard right here. And then what I'm going to do is when Chris comes in, as he tries to set up side control, I'm going to set up my frame like this. Okay? So here he just came into my side. He's trying to set up side control. Notice how I just don't go, okay, he's here, and I hug him, and now he's got side control under his terms. He backs off a little bit. As he comes in, I get him under my terms, which is I have control of this arm. I've got a frame set up here. This hand's on the back. A lot of people will put it here or grab, if it's key, they grab here. Put it over his shoulder so that you can lift your elbow. As he kind of starts sinking in, I can create space by doing this. So go back, Chris. So what I want you to do is just set up here, and whatever you want. Like this is probably pretty good right here. He's going to pass. As he comes in, I set this up and I turn and I get him here. This is the first phase. Now, just so on Tuesday we did an escape, which is familiar to people who have been here a while, where from here we actually just shrimp out, you go here and you just go to turtle. So just do that. So there's two main steps. So go ahead. Set up some kind of guard pass. He passes. He comes in. I set up my guard this way. He tries to come in. I got this set up. I shrimp, switch my feet, and just go to turtle. And notice how when I'm doing all that, I kind of use him as like a frame, if you will. So he's here. As I push off, I have him here. I still have him here, and I set up here. I could also put my hands on his hips. So just practice that. Do 5 reps each, twice, and that'll be it. Right? Now you're going to shrimp out. So go ahead and shrimp out. All right? More and more are going to shrimp out, man. Shrimp. Get your hips out. Yes. Switch and go to turtle. Right there. Yes. That's it. That's the drill. Yes. Yes. Let's see. Fast, set him up, shrimp out, switch your legs. Not yet, we're not going back. Yeah. So if he's here, right? Boom, I got him here. I shrimp, keep a frame, and just go to turtle right here. That's all we're doing. Okay. Yep. Good. Hip out. Yeah. Switch your legs, go to get the turtle. Done. Perfect. How's this going? Good. Good, yeah. Boom, passes, bring, good. Hip escape. Perfect. Yeah, that's it. A little bit of a refresher for how you can escape from side control going to turtle. It's one way. And again, you're able to do that because you set up side control your way as the guy you take. So now, Chris, here. Now, a little different. So, Chris is here. He's going to pass. He comes in. I get my grips. I set him up. He starts coming in, and here we are, right? So now, same position as we ended up before, except now I'm not going to try to hip escape and go to turtle. I'm going to get an underhook. And so the way I'm going to do that is, Chris is going to press in a little bit. I'm going to lift my elbow to get this space here, and I'm going to windshield wipe my arm around my elbow up to his back. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to front trip and also use him to kind of push myself backwards, or forwards as he goes backwards to here. So my hand actually is kind of turned over this way. It's over his back, up by his neck. It's not over here. It's way up here. So this is the position I want you to get by shrimping and getting in the hooks. Go back. So the drill is this. Same as before, he comes in, he knocks me in, I get this, I set it up, I quickly, as he presses in, I lift, I go here, and I get to this position where I'm literally on my side. This arm is here, and this arm is over his head. That's all I want you to do. Do 5 times each, twice. Okay? Go. Shrimp.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, go back. So you want to definitely get the unhook and front shrimp. Remember front shrimp? We just did 10 of them. Okay, underhook and a front shrimp.
While this says
This way. This way. Yes, and this is way up here. Turn your hand over like that. Yes, that's the position you want to be in. Yeah? Okay. That looks good, Mark. This, good. Underhook, lift shrimp, front shrimp, and this, yes. Now, keep some pressure on her. Don't let her get too far away. Keep it real. Try to stay close to the person. Don't let them go too far if you're the person who has an side control. Good. Yeah. Don't get to your knees yet, Chris. Just shrimp and just shrimp. Unhook and shrimp forward. Shrimp. Go. Yep, that's it. Yep. I'm going to call a timeout 1 second. Just freeze where you are and take a look here. Chris, let me borrow you real quick. There's a correction here. So, Chris, here, he comes to the side control here. Boom, I get this. He presses in. He's going to come in. Boom, I got this. When I do the front shrimp, and I get this, I don't go out this way, right? I want to go right along his body. I want to stay close. So as he presses in, I'm really close to him. And I want this for a lot of reasons. One, I don't want him turning into me, right? So I don't want that. And I want to be able to, when I get up, which we're going to do next, I want to be right next to it. So when you shrimp, stay close. Now the person who's on top, here he comes, press, boom. I want you to put some, Chris is putting pressure on me right now, right? And so as he continues to put pressure on me, he's going to be still pretty close to me. That's good for me. So the person who has the other side control, put some pressure, okay? Keep going. That's it, Suze. Yep. Good.
I just realized that in evolution, tomorrow I have to study more.
So I kind of, so you hit the skate, right? So go back. Because you want to go right along her body on the outside, right? So, nope, that was hit the skate. Go back. Underhook. Front shrimp this way. Yes, see? Big difference. Fix one. Okay, so now we're going to call like a little timeout because we have to figure out, once we're in this position, how do we get up? Right? Remember, we did underhook, we front shrimped, our arm is way up here, we're really close to the person, and we're on our back or on our side. We want to get up and get the back or move. How are we going to do it? So the technique we're going to use is called elbow get up, and it looks like this. I'm here, and here's how we're going to practice. I'm on my back this way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cross my feet this way, and at the same time I'm going to tuck my elbow in. And then I'm going to get up to my knees. Right? That's called elbow get up. So it looks like this. Boom. It's fast. And look, no hands. I'm not using my hands. I'm really not even using my elbow. I'm just kind of rotating on my elbow. Here. I want to get up that way. I switch, pull, and here. And the person's going to be right there. So let's practice 5 each, both sides. See how it goes. Yeah. With the hands, Eric. With the hands. No hands. Tuck your elbow. Get up. Yes. That's it. Doing good. A little top you go. Yes.
You just roll on it. Yep, perfect.
Yes, that was it. That's it. time. Is it working out? Switch. Yeah. Good. Let's see. Switch. Yes. Make that elbow tuck dramatic. You know, that's going to help you get up on your knees by just really slamming it in. Yes. With that fresh in your mind, let's get Chris back in the middle. Now we're going to get up from that position. So now we're going to keep trying to put the pieces together. There's Chris. He's here. He passes. I set up side control. I got here. He's going to push in a little bit. I get the underhook. I front trip, and I'm here. Now I got to get up. So this arm that's underneath, that's the only arm that's left for elbow get up, right? So I switch and get up here, and there I am. And I have this position.
Just this.
Right? So I've got this. Now, my preference is to actually get backpack this way so I can switch. And you can get backpack here. So let's go. Again. Here it comes. Set it up. Boom. Come in. Boom. Boom. Now, notice how his arm is here. I'm just going to pull my head out. Switch. Now, to get the backpack and get his back, I'm going to put my knee in here and kind of step here and then just sit back. Boom, and I've got him, and that's going to be how you're going to get the back. We have other options, which we did Tuesday, which we'll discuss. So one more time, here he is. He passed my guard. Boom, here he is. Boom, boom. Set it up. Frame. Go. Get up. Boom. Here he is. Backpack. That's the drill. 4 times each, 5 times each. Keep going back and forth. Yep. Okay, backpack. Sit back. All right, good. Backpack, in, sit down. Pretty good. Everybody's in the same spot. Good. That feels weird to me. So I switch.
I thought you switched too.
Yeah. Nice. Nice get up, man. No, oh. All right, we're never going to do that again. We're never pulling somebody over their back, over their knees. All right? Sorry. Never do that. Go to the side. Go to the side. Raise your right hand. Raise your right hand. I'm never doing that again.
Maybe you get away with it.
That looks good, man. Guns, get her, long. So the elbow get up wasn't crisp. I want you to really keep all the edges on it. Do the exact move. Like keep each part crisp. So do it again. Because you're going to need it. Good. Underhook, shrimp. First, now switch your legs. And now, yes, that's it. Yeah, see the difference? Like, if you start cutting corners, what happens is like the move just starts to decompose a little bit. Maybe it'll work. So, a couple, like a little sidebars here. Chris, come on out. Again, here comes Chris. He's passed, and I know he's passed, so I'm not, I already know there's no hope, right? There's no hope of getting him in guard. So this is why I'm receiving him the way I want. So here it comes, and boom, I got this, right? Here I am. So, a couple things. This frame, and we'll talk about this frame now. He's going to push into me a little bit so I control. This whole purpose of this frame isn't to keep Chris here for 10 minutes. The whole purpose is to create space really quick to get the underhook. And we'll talk about why. But so the more he presses, the more I'm just gonna lift and get the space and go, right? Now, this arm also, Chris, press into me some more. Like, this is also to kind of push him away from me. So let's switch and get Matt Miller in here. Matt Miller, come on in here. So here comes Matt Miller, big Matt Miller. Coming around, boom, I got him, okay. He's pressing in me pretty good. I got the good frame. Boom, right, here it comes. He's pressing in, I still have him pushed off, right? Because this is pushing him. So as he's pressing into me, I'm keeping the distance. Boom. Got the elbow get up. As he pushes, of course, I get out of the way. So the arm is not only just getting me, you know, to go north to south, it's keeping him off of me, even when he's pressing really hard. So this is an important point because big dude on you, it still works if you do it right. Second point is Matt comes in, I got him, he's pressing in, I lift. I don't put my arm on his back because what he'll do is he'll overwrap my arm. And that's a little bit of a problem. It's not huge, but I don't want that. So the back. So as I underhook, I try to get way up here. Now try to overwrap the arm. It's really hard. He can't do it. What if he sits up? Sit up. Well, that'll get him this way, right? Yeah. Whatever. But if I have this, coming back here, and I have this on his back, he's low, and he sits up. Just like sit back a little bit, like get up a little bit. Yep. No, not into me. I'll get you back. Just sort of get up a little bit. Like, yeah, sit up. If you sit up, I'm going to get up. I'll get you. So that's that. Okay? So two things about the arm is it's getting you north-south and it's keeping them off. Another thing we can do, this is a different version we did on Tuesday, is let's get Chris back in here. Thank you. No problem. Here comes Chris. Same thing. I get arm, boom. I frame for just a second and go, right? So that frame is just really quick. I got him here. Now, I'm going to do my get up, boom, right? But I still stay really low. Look, I haven't like taken my head off the mat. Why? Because now from here, I can drop behind here, come in here, and do shark sweep. Just by pushing here. Around, boom. And now, look what Chris can do. He does the drill. He's got me. He's going to go. Boom. Here. Boom. Oh no, he's coming around side control. Boom. I get set up here. So now you're going to go back and forth and train shark sweep. One thing to note is when you do the get up. You know, I got Chris here, so there. I do this. I get up like this. Because now this arm is here and I just grab. Also, having my head on my arm prevents him from doing a headlock or some kind of guillotine. So I stick my head up, I'm dead. So keep your head here and then just drive. So we're going to just keep going around with shark sweep and it'll just circle around. So just go until we try to stop. All right? There you go. Don't pick your head up. Don't pick your head up. Keep it right on the ground with your arm. And then this goes around the butt all the way to the ankle. Yes. Yes. Keep your head on the ground. Yeah. And now, drop right around there. Yes. And now you drive. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Yeah. Maybe get the right one. Kiss your head. Okay. So I never stopped looking at your knee. When I was down there, I just kept looking at the knee. Yeah, I kept looking at it. Like I'm going to get that. Yeah, that was cool.
Not here.
Okay.
There. Say, okay. That's what you don't want, right?
Yeah.
You want to get
Right.
Yeah, you never want to let. That's what you want, man. Every single time.
Going.
Now, you got it. Good, man. Nice, Caleb. Love how you kept your head down. That was awesome. Yeah. Watch behind you, David.
Sweet. Ready? Question.
Clear out. Okay, you're good. Yeah, you're clear. Yep. Yes. Yeah. It's so it's right there.
It's really effective.
Where's your last one? Good. Go. Nice.
Head down.
Switch. Man, that's very good. Yes. You got it.
It's already here. You were here. And then you sweep. He's almost like behind. Yeah, he's like his left leg is like towards your butt.
Correct. Yeah, he's deep.
Yeah, he's deep on the other
And
side.
now, knowing that he's doing that, when he's coming to side control, you got to switch your hips. Yeah, so go again. Try to meet him when he's there. You know, it's really hard. It's really hard to cut him off. Right, now he's coming. Get your arm in. Get your arm in. Yeah. Okay. Cut your elbow. Yeah. Here. He's saying. All right.
It would be better for you to let go of all the hugging, trying to resist.
Just let him go right in.
Let go of your foot, let go of his head, and get into the frame. That's the whole point that he's making.
But that's why it's hard. He's scrambling, he's right on you, and your instinct is to hug him. And that's the wrong instinct. The right instinct is
Go again
Yeah.
and let go and anticipate the side control.
switch your hips. You gotta be facing the other way. Let's see.
Let him come. Get it up. Get it up.
Yes.
Go again. Go again. Go again.
It's ready. Yes.
Ah, yeah. That's the whole point that he's making. Got it?
Nice. All right. Good. Okay. After this, we'll take a water break. One last kind of discussion here. So, main points. One, you are taking the person who's coming around. You know they passed your guard. It's too late. You got to mentally move on to the next thing, which is I want him in my position so I can do my stuff from side control. There's a lot you can do from side control to set up your next thing. This is a perfect example. The frame. So I see when I watch people, they use the frame, but the frame becomes kind of a liability after a second. And I'll show you why. Chris, where's Chris? So Chris is on the ground, lay down. So we talk about water and rock, right? Like you don't want to be rocks, you want to be water. So this move is kind of cool because you're flowing around the person, right? And they're coming at you and you're ducking under. The frame, I consider the frame to be water for that 1 second. It's like a pulse of water. But if you leave it there, it turns to rock. It's like it freezes into ice and then it's rock. And it becomes no good. Here's why. So here's Chris. And we're just going to get the frame set up. Right here, boom, right? This is good. Right now, for Chris, he needs to immediately go to the underhook, right? Good. So if he leaves this here, this is an arm waiting to get used by me for something, right? So, example, like if I get framed here and I'm not going to press into Chris forever, I'm going to go to knee on belly. Boom. And now the arm, what was a frame, is now for me, right? So boom, boom. Arm bar this way, right? Here he is again. Here he is. Frame again, stays there, boom. It's here. You know what I'm going to do? Boom. Boom. Key lock, right? Here it is. Frame. Here. Framing. It stays there. Boom. Remember we did this really cool move the other day? We got this back stuff. We did this. You know, we kind of took the back and did all kinds of crazy stuff just because that arm was there. So the point is, you frame for a fraction of a second to create space. And then you got to move. And if you keep the frame there any longer, bad things are gonna happen. That's the key. The other key is you have to have faith in the frame and your underhook is gonna get you what you need. So if Chris is here, here he is, I got this, he's really leaning into me. You know, what I'm gonna do is, there's a lot of weight on me. Part of the thinking is, well, it's not gonna work, you know, he's all over me. But I still have the frame, you know? So I have to, you know, I use this to my advantage, and he press into me again. Boom. He still has me. I'm still gonna lift, you know? There's a lot of strength here if you do it right, you know? And you're here, boom. He tries to headlock me, you're gonna slip out. If he whizzers, oh, this is cool. If he whizzers, you reverse windshield wipe, and you're gonna get this. And then you're gonna just choke him. So there's, you know, that's a cool one, right? Yeah. So anyway, that's the main lesson is you started out with this all is possible because when the person passed your guard, you didn't do this. Now this is a completely different proposition. I'm screwed. You know, to get what I want is going to take forever. But all I had to do was admit that he passed and get here. Now, completely different. Even if I whiffed on this arm, right? I still have the frame, so you know I still can do what I need to do. But that's just really powerful. So that's it. So drink water, and we're good. Thank you, Chris.